Becoming a first-time mum is overwhelming. Figuring out the products you need for you and your baby shouldn't be. Introducing Mum Says, Africa's first digital product review platform for mums by mums. We believe that every mom needs a tribe to help her through the journey of motherhood. Mum Says was created to help you find the right products the first time. You can build an essential list of products relevant to your unique needs and earn rewards for sharing your product experience. Mum Says also gives mumfluencers the opportunity to work with big brands, be part of focus groups and VIP events. Getting started is easy. Simply sign up and fill out your profile on the Mum Says website. Mum Says will make product recommendations for you to review based on your needs. Get rewards for reviewing products with cash vouchers, discounts and free products for your efforts. Sign up and join your new tribe today.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this live session that I'm going to be sitting here with Renee Saunders, and we're going to be chatting all things Omega today. So I'm very excited to be here. It's going to be super informative, and we're going to have a ton of fun. Now, I need you guys to please go ahead and comment in the comment section down below any burning questions that you might have with regards to Omegas. If you're confused, you're not sure what to give your little ones, you're not sure if you should be giving your little ones. So go ahead and leave your questions in the comment section down below. And when we do get time, we will try to make time. We will get to those questions. Before I go ahead and introduce Renee, I want to play a super quick video for you guys. So let's do that.
Equizen is a leading brand of essential fatty acid supplements covering all life stages from pregnancy to adulthood and is thoroughly researched to support the cognitive health of you and your family. Our core range contains a specifically balanced ratio of 3 components: 2 omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA, and 1 omega-6 fatty acid, GLA. Omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids are types of polyunsaturated fatty acids, or PUFAs. The properties of PUFAs make them especially useful in brain function. That's why they make up 35% of the brain's fatty structures. A growing body of evidence suggests that they are pivotal in brain development, affecting functions such as memory, learning, reasoning, attention, and language. EPA and DHA are primarily found in the membranes or outer lining of neurons, as well as in the insulating sheaths around the neurons that help to speed up signal transmission. Polyunsaturated means that they have lots of double carbon bonds, which makes them kink. This property in particular helps to make the neurons able to adapt and change while learning and developing, supporting neuron growth and speeding up signal transmission.
Once again, welcome tribe to this hashtag Mom Says Equizen session. I'm just about to be joined now by Renee Saunders, and we're going to be chatting all things Omegas. Renee, it's wonderful to have you here with our mom tribes, and welcome.
Thanks so much, Oloratu. What a privilege to be here, and welcome to every mom. It's so awesome. I'm a mom a little further along the line than the rest of you, but with 3 adult daughters. So I know the journey. I'm still doing it. And what an awesome way to learn what is best for your kiddies. So, yeah.
True. I'm actually really excited to be chatting with you today because I am myself with 3 kids. I'm always questioning, what can I give them? How can I help them grow? How can I help them develop? And I've heard through the grapevine that you are jam-packed with so much information about omegas. And I'm very excited to have you here on the live with us to share all of that fun information, so you can help as moms make informed decisions and help our little ones grow. So thank you for giving us your time.
Thank you. I'm so passionate. There's a lot that you learn along the way. Yes.
All right, so without further ado, let's jump into the questions because I'm sure there are moms that are dying to know what's happening. The burning question that came up a lot, especially from the social media posts, there's been a lot of moms that are trying out Equazen throughout the past 2 months, and all had great things to say, but some actually had like really valid questions, especially in the comment section. And one question that kept coming up is, what are fatty acids?
Yes, that is quite, if you go and think about it, it's basically the building blocks of the good fats for our bodies that's essential for important biological processes, especially in the brain.
Okay. And what's the difference between, omega-3 and omega-6? I believe I've seen, quite a few going around. You get an
A lot of
omega-3, you get an
questions on that.
omega-6. Yeah. And is it different from
Yeah,
fish oil, and cooking oil? Is it the same? Is it
I'm
different?
hearing you. Look, omega-3 and omega-6 actually doesn't look so much different, but their roles are vastly different. And the other big difference is that we take in loads and loads, abundance of omega-6 from the plant oils, the fast foods and the chippies and the convenient foods that we're taking in. And it's got a different role in our body. So it's good for our skin and our hair growth and our metabolism. But on the other side, it's not so good for, it actually increases inflammation processes in the body. So the lots of allergies that we're seeing, we actually need to cut down on omega-6s. But on the other side, the omega-3s is a very, very valuable oil that is especially important in our brain processes, our nerve system, as well as our eyes, the way in which our eyes process stuff. So if we can go and look at the benefits of omega-3 specifically, because we actually don't need to take in any omega-6 extra from our diet because we already get in too much. But the omega-3s are the really valuable, precious essential oils we need to look at, which is essential for the development of the eye and the brain. It also helps with improving concentration, sticking to a task, and thinking faster and more effectively. And especially with the eyes, also, how we read and process information is dependent on the levels of our or of our omega-3. It helps with reading ability and even coordination. And if you think about the little ones, the toddlers, which needs to start building little towers with their blocks, and that needs to fit a form, a triangle or circle into the fitting form, or starts building puzzles, it's really important for all of those coordination and fine motor skills. And as I've mentioned, it reduces allergies like eczema and asthma, and a whole host of other things like heart health and mental health, especially also in older people.
Mm, mm. I actually really am learning a lot in this process. And one question that's coming up in my mind as I'm listening to you talking is, how do I know, or what are the signs that my little ones have a deficiency of omegas? What signs am I looking for? Because,
Oh,
it's one thing to take them as an adult, but a lot of moms are a bit hesitant to give, the little ones supplements because we never really know, do they need them, do they not? So what should we be looking out for?
I absolutely agree. You want to know, is that the right thing to do, and not just give things. And well, it's actually easy. The skin is a big thing that actually tells us what is going on inside the body about deficiency. So your first signs of an omega-3 deficiency will be skin things like eczema, the dry, scaly patches on the tops of the arms or the legs, a dry, dull or scalp, or getting some dandruff, brittle nails. So all of that will tell you there's a deficiency.
Okay. It's actually quite a few things to look out for that are actually very visible. So it's
Yes,
easy to spot. It's
exactly.
not, you don't need to be like super qualified for that, but thank you. One other question, at what age, when is the right time to start giving little ones omega?
It's actually immediately, really. So mom should take in omegas while she's breastfeeding or while she's
Yes.
pregnant already. And then we've got there is actually a very unique supplement that Equizin also have, baby IQ, that helps for babies from when mom stopped breastfeeding, and then especially from 3 years old, when you know all those milestones that babies needs to, the toddlers needs to attain. You have to start looking at your omega-3 supplement from 3 years old. And with research, they've really seen that that is the most important supplement that your child needs, is the right amount of the right kinds of omega-3. And together with your iron, that's another kind of mineral that sometimes children are deficient in, that has got an impact on their concentration levels. But mostly your omega-3 is so important to use to be able to, for them to reach milestones. I must actually say, if I actually get carried away when I start talking about the benefits of omega-3.
Yeah.
And what we've seen specifically with the Equizin trials is that if you look at those milestones, you know, when they need to be able to build the towers or the different sizes of puzzles, and then also when you look at your language development, speech development, and later on the ability to recognize what you can spell, the words, the reading ability, all of those milestones is dependent upon the right amount of nutrition. And the best nutrition for your brain is these omega-3, the EPA and the DHA that we had in this ad before, the specific ones that help with building the brain and how the brain transfer those electrical signals effectively from your brain to your eyes to your hand. It's like a very complex electrical circuit in the body. And if you don't have the right components to feed it and to keep it functioning, you get short circuits. Everything fuses out and the messages gets lost. And that's what actually happened when we start seeing a lot of distractions, kids that can't continue focusing. The messages actually is not effectively transferred. So
So then, with everything that you're saying, I guess the very natural next question would be, does then Equizin assist children with learning difficulties? Because, they have these omega supplements, which moms have been sharing about over the past 2 months. Does it help with that?
yes, that's important to ask because it's gonna, with Equizin specifically, that's actually the only omega-3 supplement that has been found with independent studies, two different independent studies actually, to show that there's changes in behavior and in learning difficulties with children. And the nice thing is it assists with different things of learning. So firstly, it helps the children or adults, it's not only for children, to
Yeah.
concentrate better, to stay at the task and finish the task. And also then, as we've said, with the processing in the eyes that it helps, it's very ideal to help with children that's behind in their reading ability. So it has been shown to increase reading ability with 9 months gain in 3 months' time of using the Equizin. Spelling increases, language development, so different levels of learning increases by using Equizin.
That's fantastic. Within a span of 3 months, you're able to see results. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, that is, I mean, there's no other product that's going to give you that. And without being able to read properly, you can't answer a question paper. You can't really
True.
learn if you can't read properly and
True.
understand what you're reading.
Should these supplements be partnered with other products, or is Equizin just enough on its own?
You can give additional vitamins and minerals. It's not going to make, as I said, apart from iron, it's not going to make an additional effect on concentration or learning. But I mean, for other kind of, there's value in vitamins and minerals that's a good quality for other kind of things like your immunity. But as I said, your Equizin that reduces inflammation in the body and reduces allergies is really very, very, very valuable for the general immune functioning of children also.
Okay, noted. There is one question that I'm seeing here. It's actually
Yes.
from the comment section as well. And it's saying, and I had the same problem as well too, you know, with picky eaters.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
I'm noticing that
yes,
also because I feel the pain. I've
yes, true.
had that
And
with two
it's
of my
and
daughters too.
true, and you know, because omegas and fatty acids on their own, they're very oily vitamins, you know, and it's not the easiest thing to get anything into a picky eater. How would you say is the best way to make sure the kids actually take equine vitamins?
Well, good news is you can actually hide it. You can, we've got the different formulations. So the easiest one is to buy the Equisin, the citrus flavored liquid, and hide it in something that the child enjoys to eat because it doesn't taste like fish. You can add it to yogurt or anything cold, or a smoothie, or a shake of any amount, or whatever the child likes. Or if you choose the strawberry flavored chewies, you can keep it in the refrigerator. Many kids like to chew this cold, chewy, gluey capsule, and the more they
Yes,
chew it, the more the
yes.
strawberry flavor comes out. So it's really nature identical, so no chemical
Mm,
additives and flavorants and all sort of bad other stuff that you get into it, which is again a very important thing because a lot of omegas on the shelf, they've got really good marketing for it, but not the research behind it. And when you
yes,
start spending money on a product, you want to see results,
mm,
because you want the best for your kids. And some moms are
true,
really desperate. And
true.
I can also vouch for it, having two children with learning ADHD, ADD, other
Mm,
sorts of things, anxiety, allergies, and inflammation, that the product makes a difference. And that's what you want.
mm, mm. Another interesting question here. It says, um, you know, and it's from the comment section. It says, can infants before 6 months take supplements with the breast milk?
Um, what they've found, and actually, I'm going to refer to a pediatrician in Cape Town that specializes in prem babies. And the formulation that we've got with Equisin Baby is slightly different than the normal Equisin because it contains more DHA, which is the building block. But that can actually be added to either breast milk, or I know he actually uses it in the hospital in tube feeding to the babies because it contains everything that's normally present in um, that the baby gets through the placenta from mom. Remember,
Mm,
the last 3 months of pregnancy is so important to get in the right omega 3s for the brain development. Um, that's why we say, I haven't realized how, I mean, it wasn't in our generation, it wasn't not, well known, not even by
mm,
the gynecologists, to give this supplements, and to ensure that the right omegas is given so that you can get less problems later on with learning, and especially from the beginning, all your milestones you can reach
mm,
much easier. And there's specific data that actually shows how when you add your right formulations of omega, and specifically Equizen, that's the trials that we've got, you find this growth. That's why we
mm,
see that your reading ability triples when you
mm,
take the
mm,
Equizen.
mm, mm. Another question, one last one before we actually let you go. It says, can you get a all-in-one? So basically have your omega 3s and omega 6 in one um, little
Look,
capsule.
what we have it Equizen is we've got the unique research 931 ratio that contains about 80% EPA omega 3,
Mm,
which comes from your oily fishes, your pilchards, your anchovies and sardines, which is children usually doesn't like to eat that, and then
mm,
about 16% or 15% from your DHA, your tuna and your salmon, and then just a small percentage of about 8% of the evening primrose oil or your GLA. And that specific ratio is the one that has been shown to be the only ratio that actually make all the difference for concentration, for learning. It's also the best ratio for your decrease of inflammation and allergies.
mm,
So that is the best combination to give for a handful of reasons. So actually, yes, Equizen gives you the right combination that you need.
That is fantastic. Thank you so much, Renee, for sharing all of that information with us. I can tell you that we learned a lot. I actually absolutely love the idea of hiding the vitamins in a smoothie or a yogurt, because then it would be so easy. The kiddos wouldn't even be able to tell the difference, because to them yogurt is a meal, but if you try to give them the vitamins, at least my kids, they turn up their noses. No.
Yeah, thanks.
So thank you very much for sharing all of that. Thank you for your time, and thank you, moms, for joining us for this live session. It was an absolute pleasure to have you guys on the stream, and thank you for sending your questions. Until next time, stay safe, and don't forget to join the Mom Says tribe on www.momsays.co.za. Until then, bye.
Bye. Enjoy the journey, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks.
Polyunsaturated fatty acids, or PUFAs, like omega-3 and omega-6, play an important part in supporting brain function, being key components of the structure of neuronal cell membranes. Omega-3 fatty acids, docosahexaenoic acid, or DHA, and icosapentaenoic acid, or EPA, and omega-6 fatty acid, gamma-linolenic acid, or GLA, are particularly vital. However, modern diets rarely provide the optimal balance of these PUFAs. The added complication of children being fussy eaters, particularly towards foods that we associate as being rich in omega-3, such as oily fish, nuts, and seeds, means that omega supplements are a good solution to support childhood brain function and reading capability.